Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Behind the screen. Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle of the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the post, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh!
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it through to Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, man. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, you can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone. At CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online, want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I tried to do. I tried. These damn hackers got in the way. I tried to make it one handle, and I had it for a while, but then they got me. So on Facebook, Shawn.Sierra.2025. On X, I'm at ShawnSierra33. But on Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok, I'm at the Shawn Sierra. Yeah, I know, Junior. I know. I've already talked to Mondo. So, listen, we got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. So, bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check the chat because the chat is jumping like crazy. My man Black Diamond in early. He's like top of the morning FGB. A little over 25 hours to them guys are in action. And I wrote 27 hours to be exact, Black Diamond. He says, I'm extremely worried about Kyler. Yeah, I'm worried too. I don't know if I'm extremely worried. I'm annoyed. I think I'm annoyed more than anything. I think he'll be fine. But we'll see. Mr. Southside himself, Michelle Walls in the Mickey Vicky house says, what up on a Mickey Vicky? TGIF and a secret invasion. You're damn right. Damn right. TGI Mickey Vicky Friday, baby. It's the weekend, baby. I love it. I know, Junior. I know. Weren't you in the thread? Let me see. It's in the thread, dude. Why are you telling me here? It's in the thread. Anyway, before I go any further, I want to send a big all right. I want to send a big happy birthday To my man, Armando Emeterio Lara, the fourth. So Junior's grandson. Dito, they call him Dito. They call him Armandito. They call him Jojo. Big happy birthday to Dito. 6 years old. Holy cow. Time flies. Time freaking flies. Happy birthday, Dito. Hope mom and dad got something really, really, really fun for you this weekend. When make sure you hit them up for all the candy and cake you can get. They'll pay your dentist cavity bills. Don't worry. But again, happy birthday. Happy 6th birthday to Dito, to Jojo, Armandito. Great stuff. Listen, we got a great show for you today, my man. At 10 o'clock at the top of the hour, my man's in them. You know, I only got a few people that are like my man's in them. And this is one of them. My man Ken Davis is going to join the show. We're going to talk Bears football at the top of the hour. We're going to talk football. We're going to talk stadium. How silly is this organization? How silly is this organization? You know, we have a site. Oh, we have another site. Yeah, we want to merge the sites. What? Come on now. They sit there and tell you, well, business is doing well. It's booming. We have like 3,700,000 sponsors. I guess it's tax break. Really? That's how you're going to go about business? Tell us about all the money you're making, but then you're going to go ask for a handout. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Then you basically came down and said nothing. Well, there's still talks with Illinois. We're focused solely. Our primary focus is Hammond, but there's still talks with Illinois. Come on, man. You know they don't want to leave. You know damn well they don't want to leave. Indiana's bending over backwards. They're about to screw their own residents over just to get the Bears. I don't know. My man Rick Gonzalez checking in. What's up, Papa? Says, "Hola, amigo." To Davis Martin, forget how to pitch. He needs to go to the bullpen. FGB. F visiting Wisconsin. Visiting Wisconsin. I like visiting Wisconsin. Oh, man. That's why I love coming on and talking sports with you guys. You guys are hilarious. Cornelius, you're like, top of the morning, Rick, FGB, FGW, and F Indiana too. What's FGW? What don't you agree with me on, bro? Mondo says JoJo. Got a laughing emoji. That's an inside joke why he's called JoJo. You know, I said visiting you said visiting Wisconsin. I like Wisconsin. Bears don't want to pay any taxes for a new stadium. Again, I just don't understand. I don't understand why they don't do it themselves. You know, you'll have that thing paid off in no time. All right. Again, I'm not one to check another man's pockets. But there's a lot of different ways you can get funding. You can get private funding. All right, you can get private funding. You can go to banks. And the banks should be easy. Just put the team up as collateral. You're worth $8.6 billion or $8 billion. You make $400 million a year. $400 million a year is what you make. I don't know. I really don't. Oh, Black Diamond says the whole stadium thing. You know what? Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, but you don't have to have money. Shawn, here's the thing. You have an asset. You have collateral that you can put up. You can put up the franchise as collateral. You can put up the franchise as collateral. We'll borrow against the asset. You're worth $8 billion. We'll borrow $2 or $3 billion. All right, they're going to put up their own money anyway, so they put $2 billion up. They borrow another $2 billion. That's $4 billion. Now you go make your stadium. That's what rich people do all the time. They borrow off their assets. They borrow off their stocks. They borrow off their mansions. That's why they take a second mortgage. And it's not income. It's a loan. So you're not even taxed for that. You're not even taxed for that. Because you got to pay it back. So with you making $400 million every single year, from here on out, minimum $400 million, you should be able to work down a $2 billion loan. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. But this is ridiculous. It's like they're announcing every move. Like, hey, look over here, guys. We're leaving. We're really leaving. I'm going to Indiana. I'm really leaving. And Illinois is like, go. The legislators, the politicians are like, go. We know you don't want to go. You know you don't want to go. We got you by the short and curlies. You bought the land without the tax certainty. Now you're in our world. All right. It goes back to the thing we've talked about ad nauseum. The Bears are not good in business. They think everyone should bow down to them because of the Bears. Well, guess what? You fucked around and you found out Illinois politicians don't give a damn. They don't give a damn who you are. And now they're stuck and they look stupid. The longer this thing goes, the more stupid they look day by day by day. Well, we have a site and we have another site. And we want to merge the sites. How are you going to merge the sites? You have a big, long a tram? A moving walkway? Is that how you're going to merge the sites? How are you going to do that? Because if they're not near each other, Or am I supposed to just pick up and drive? Oh, let's go see the other side. Oh, let's go see the other side. Oh, let's go see the other side. Let's go back and forth. It is the worst. They're so focused. Your ass. Your ass is so focused. You know? It just bugs me when people like that think we're stupid. They think the fans are stupid. The Plankster is in the house. Good morning, Plankster. Good to have you in, Papa. Appreciate it. Black Diamond said, "Oh, I'm still fighting to get the weekends off. I'll keep you posted." Cool, bro. That'd be dope. Mr. Smoke Fella himself, Vandenberg. Let's go. Not one, but two Smoke Fellas are in the building. My man, It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Lucky Lefty himself, Damani Pugh, is in the house. The Smoke Fellas are well represented. Well represented. But I'm tired of this nonsense with the Bears in the front office in the stadium. And, Kevin, McCaskey's like, well, many people think we hired George to build a stadium. They're wrong. Well, then what the hell is he brought here for? His leadership, his vision. He can see around corners. So he's got the superpower to see around corners. What corners are we talking about? Oh, the ones to get a stadium built. That's the one. So that's why he was brought here. Like, why do they have stupid people talking? Such a stupid comment. He wasn't brought here to get the stadium built. What was he brought here for? His leadership, his vision. Like all these things. Come on, bro. Stop. Don't look me in the eye, piss on my shoes, and tell me it's raining. Fans are not stupid. We're not dumb. So when you sit there and you treat us like we're stupid, we get a little bit annoyed. Yeah, we get a little bit annoyed. Like you came out and said basically nothing. You're like, our sole focus is Indiana. We have had conversations with Illinois. So if your sole focus is Indiana, why are you having conversations with Illinois? Why? That should be a done deal. And let me tell you, if they really want to go to Indiana, this shit would have been done a long time ago. They would have broke ground a long time ago. If they were going to, I'm telling you, they're not going because that land sucks. They're not going to be able to build on that land. They're not going to be able to build on that land. Which is why it's like, look at me. We're going. Listen, I'm stepping 1 foot by the border, but I can't really tell it's the border. Only if I see a sign. Come on, dude. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, you really think fans are stupid. So I'm tired of that nonsense. I'm super tired of that nonsense. And I think the best thing out of that whole thing was when Kevin Warren said, my wife said not to give out dates. Yes. Not to give any dates out and just get the job done. Thank you, Mrs. Warren. Thank you. Thank you. Smartest person in the whole organization, and she don't even work for the organization. Well, my man Ken Davis is joining us at the top of the hour, and I'm fired up to talk to him. let's get it crack-a-lacking. You know how we do the first segment of every show. It's called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
First top of the morning topic. Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? All right, let's start off with our first place team. The good guys from the South Side. The White Sox come up short and lose the series as they fall to the Cincinnati Reds 9-8. Man, that was tough. Davis Martin got the start. He got a no decision. He went 2 innings, 2 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 1 free pass, 3 punch-outs. Man, there was kicked out of the game for throwing at people. He claimed it was a blister. And my thing is this. Here's where common sense is completely not common. Okay, it's not common. And you're wondering why, what are you doing? You know, they lose 9-8. And they come up yesterday in the they believe they just retook the lead. Let me double check. Okay, you just take the lead. You're not throwing at anybody. Like you're wondering, like, why? Here's the box. Let me take this down so we can talk. Cincinnati goes up 3-0 in the first. You score 1 at the bottom of the first, 3-1. Okay. So we hold Cincinnati scoreless, so it's 3-1 going into the bottom of the second. The White Sox score 3 runs. We go up 4-3. Why are we going to throw at a batter when we just retook the lead? Put a guy on base after we just took the lead. They scored a run. They tied it. They went ahead. They blew it open in the fourth. But still, common sense. They just took the lead. You're not throwing at people once you just take the lead. Call me crazy. I've been called that and worse. So, Davis Martin gets kicked out. Eric Fetty comes in. He's the one who gives up 4 earned runs. Blew it open. Eric Fetty had been doing well coming in relief. But he reverted back to the Eric Fetty that I dreaded every time I saw his name about to start a game. He reverted to that guy. Then Tanner McDougal. Our youngster. We just brought him up, the youngster. Man, that dude couldn't find the plate to save his life. He pitched a third of an inning, gave up a hit, 1 earned run, 3 walks. Like, damn, dude. You talk about the moment being too big for a kid. The moment was too big for that kid. Wow. Nervous as a... So that sucks. So now the lead is down to 2.5 games in the division over the Detroit Tigers, excuse me. And they're going to Detroit this weekend. Because the next top of the morning topic is just that. The White Sox head to Motown. to face the second-place Tigers for 3 for a weekend set. First pitch tonight is at 5:40 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, ESPN 1000. That's 1000 AM. The probables for tonight's game for the good guys from the South Side. Sean Newcomb's on the bump. He's 1-3 with a 2.66 ERA. And for the Tigers, Jackson Jobe is on the bump. He's 1-0 with a 0.00 ERA. Big series. Sox have to win 2 out of 3. Have to win 2 out of 3. Gotta. Sweep. It's got to win 2 out of 3. Let's take it to our next top of the morning topic. The Cubs. Man, the Cubs get shut out and 1 hit by the Nationals, falling. Who put that? Come on, guys. That was me. I hate when that happens. Hate when that happens. The Cubs fell 7-0 to the Washington Nationals. And man, that was a rough one. All right, they cannot get the sweep. Kevin Gausman, he got the start. He got the loss. He took the L on this one. He's 6-11. He went 4 2/3 with 7 hits, 6 earned runs, 1 walk, 7 punch outs. The only hit of the game. The only hit of the game was Michael Busch. That was the only thing to talk about yesterday in the Cubs game was Michael Busch. Got you the 1 hit so you wouldn't be no hit and be talked about for all the wrong reasons. Well, the next top of the morning topic. Cubs got 2 big series. The Cubs host the Cardinals for the weekend. 3-game set. First pitch today is at 1:20 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on the Marquee Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 104.3 FM. The Score. The probables for today's game for the Redbirds, Matthew Liberatore. He's 5-9 with a 5.15 ERA. He's going up against Clay Holmes, the newly acquired Clay Holmes, who's 4-5 with a 2.85 ERA. You got your arch rival, the St. Louis Cardinals, in town, and then the good guys when we come back from Motown singing that sweet music. We're heading up to the north side Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to whoop some Cubby ass. That's what we're going to do, baby. The next top of the morning topic on Wednesday, that was a rough one. The Sky. They fall to the Golden State Valkyries. Man, that was a tough one. 91-71. Camila Cardoso, she had 20.6 rebounds. I'm not happy with that single-digit rebounds. King Booker World, you better holler at your future ex-wife, dog. Rachel Banham, 11 points. Natasha Cloud, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists in the losing effort. Staying with the Sky. This is for you, Rick. It's all for you, dog. Rick got to get his Sky updates. The Sky headed to Seattle for a date with the Storm on Sunday. Tip-off is at 4 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on the U. I know Rick is mad if I don't get him his Chicago Sky updates. Come on, cussing me out. Oh, man. That's classic. The next top of the morning topic, Bears host the Cleveland tomorrow, Soldier Field. It is back, baby. It is back. I am fired up. We're back in town. It has begun. It started last night, actually, but those were the first full regular start of the regular preseason. Because don't forget, you had the Hall of Fame game last week. But the official start of the preseason was this week. And the Bears host the Cleveland Browns tomorrow at Soldier Field. Kickoff is at high noon Central Time. You can catch that game on Fox 32 or listen to it on their flagship station, ESPN 1000. That's 1000 AM. Let me see something. Tell me the Sox play tomorrow. Or Sunday, sorry. Interesting. So the White Sox, whose flagship station is ESPN 1000, on Saturday they play tomorrow. They play at 12:10, and the Bears play at noon. What's ESPN going to do? Interesting. Because do the Bears get it? ESPN? Or do the Sox get ESPN tomorrow's game? I don't know. We'll find out. We are going to find out. Ben Johnson has stated that Caleb Williams and most other starters will not play tomorrow. Shocker. You know, he was consistent. He's been very consistent. He said this last year. He's not worried about Caleb in games because he sees him every day in practice. He has a certain number of reps that he wants to get Caleb. And if he can get him those reps in practice, then he doesn't need to see him in a game. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. I don't buy it. He needs some game action. It's completely different when you're going up against a team that is not the same team you've been facing for the last month. The defense that you're facing is not the defense you've been facing for the last month. These guys have no idea of your plays. You have no ideas about the individual. And I know you don't game plan for preseason games like you would a regular season game, but fresh blood and someone completely different is a great way to get information on how well you guys are, how close you are, your quarterback and your offense is to being where you want it to be to start the season. So I don't buy that. Oh, I have enough practices, enough reps in practice. There's nothing like game reps. You know it. I know it, Ben Johnson. You've just given us coach talk, and people are believing it. King Booker said, I'm on a prescribed good shit, so if I say something out of pocket, I apologize. That's awesome. That's funny. I don't want to see. I don't want to see them tomorrow. I do need to see him in the preseason, though. Sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. You're right, Cornelius. You're right. The Bears have two scrimmages, one with Cincinnati, one with Tennessee. So this year makes it okay. I can see that. I can see you not playing him because you have these scrimmages. You know, quarterbacks are off limits in a scrimmage. You just tag them, and they're down. So that's a good barometer. So they just come out and say it. Hey, listen, I don't need him. We're having these two scrimmages. I'm going to see whatever I need to see and get him all the reps I need to get him in those scrimmages. because you're going to be playing ones against ones for the most part. You're going to go ones against their twos and their ones against our twos. But you're going to be facing a Cincinnati defense. You're going to be facing a Tennessee defense. You're going to be facing other people. That's what you need to get ready. Your defense is good, but then you get comfortable. They have tendencies. You have tendencies. And like the NFL, each matchup is different every week. So you want to see a different matchup. I want to see this run game. I want to see this left tackle position. How that plays out. I told you, I want Jedrick Wills. I want him to win that job. He needs to win that job. He needs to win that job. Bro, Bajan ain't going nowhere. You know, he got $5 million this year, $5 million next year. All right? Some little redneck from the backwoods of West Virginia with $10 million. That's enough. He loves it here. He does want to start in the NFL. You will. Caleb's not going to play every single game. He's not going anywhere. He loves it here. Now, if someone throws him crazy money, then I could see him possibly leaving. But he loves it here. He loves being Caleb's backup. He loves the city of Chicago. It's the organization that drafted him. He loves the direction that the Bears are going, the trajectory that they're on. He loves it. He wants to be part of it. And I'm telling you, so many people, when you ask them, would you want more money or would you want a chance to win a Super Bowl? Some guys would say they want the Super Bowl. A lot more players in this day and age would say they want the money because the Super Bowl ring can't buy you jack. But I mean, when you're a kid from West Virginia who grew up really having shit and you got $10 million, you're good. You're literally good. Because if you go back to the town of West Virginia, which he probably was going to do, you go back to West Virginia and take over your dad's a CrossFit gym. How much do you need to live? What's the cost of living in rural backwoods, cousin kissing, bumfuck West Virginia? What's the cost of living? You build yourself a dope-ass house over there. 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom, 3.5, 4 bedroom, 4 bath house. And that's it. Go live your day. You know, go to the CrossFit gym, work out, grind your face off, as he likes to say. What's the crazy expenses that you have when you're from buttfuck West Virginia? None. So I think he's staying as long as possible. I hope that, you know what, if you continue to give him, just say $5 million, and then maybe the next will be 6, it'll be maybe 3 years for 18. So you got $6 million. You know what I mean? Cool. Because I'll tell you what, he's going to be one heck of a backup. Watch tomorrow. Watch tomorrow. Everyone, we all forget. Everyone's like, Caleb's got to pick it up. Caleb this, Caleb that, Caleb this, Caleb that. He's got to get it. And he does. But you know who also has to get it? The backup. And coming from a place of structure that this kid had, watch how well Tyson Bagent performs. He's been in structure his whole life. You don't get the Heisman Trophy Division II, set all kinds of Division II passing records without being in structure. This is just as great for him as it is for Caleb. Because I'll tell you what, if he shows out tomorrow, and if for some reason Caleb goes down this year, and he comes in and just steps in seamlessly. Seamlessly comes in and steps in if Caleb goes down. They're keeping this joker for a long time. Like, you are a permanent backup. We'll give you whatever you want. We'll give you, we'll $6 million every 2 years. We'll get 2 for 12 or 3 for 18. Have 12 guaranteed. So boom, you get a $12 million check today. Boom, when you sign. They're going to keep that kid. Definitely want to keep him. See, people like us, you're right, King Booker World, is like, we old school, so we want the chips. These kids nowadays would rather lose, but as long as they get paid $20 million, they cool. Yeah. He's a throwback. So look at his dad. He's a throwback. Again, when you come from nothing, I'm not saying he walked around in bare feet all day, but I'm just saying the cost of living in West Virginia, his upbringing wasn't lavish. It was lower middle class, maybe, at best. So all of a sudden now you're a millionaire? And you get this, if you stay here, you're on track to get to and possibly win a Super Bowl. Because if you get to a Super Bowl, even as a backup, you got to be ready because you know this game. You're literally one play away from being in if you're the backup. One play. What if that play happens in the Super Bowl? What if it happens in the NFC Championship game? You got to come in and fill in right away and get us to the Super Bowl and then win it. I think he's going to stay. Like I said, unless someone just gives him $15 million over 3 or 4 years, then I tell the kid to get the hell out of here. You get your ass out of here, kid. What's wrong with you? But I don't know. I doubt anyone's going to give him $15 million. Tell you what, if Caleb gets hurt, and he steps in and seamlessly runs this offense and continues and takes us to win after win after win, when his contract is up, someone's going to offer. And the Bears would be real smart not to have him go into a season in the final year of a deal. You better extend that the year before. So, we'll see. But I like that kid. I do. I really do. And I think I can't wait to watch him tomorrow in his second year in Ben Johnson's offense. His second year with Rome Odunze. His second year with Luther Burden. His second year with Cole Kmet and Colston Lovely. I tell you, watch this kid. I think this kid is going to tear it up like a son of a gun. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a real quick break. On the other side of the break, we're going to welcome our mans in them. It's been a minute. My mans in them, Ken Davis, and we're going to talk more Bears. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency
Do you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
Fastball slider, but the split gets all the headlines, and for good reason.
There's Bush. Gosman gets over.
Well, 2 pitches in. He dispatches a very dangerous hitter in C.J. Abrams. Rolls over that split finger, split change. Look at Bushy. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then finds Kevin with that.
Welcome back to Shawn Sierra Sports at Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips, that clip, that and Michael Bush's single, the only clips you could throw from that Cubs game. They got one hit. Those clips courtesy of the Marquee Network. See, Steve tried to get me with that. I was like, I'm just going to give you a Cubs clip. Yeah, it's the only clip you had. It's only because they only had one hit. Oh my goodness, Steve-O. You're a fool, my man. My next guest is a good friend of the program. My man's in them. It's good to talk to him. Hosted that Davis show, and he's doing some other stuff as well. He could tell us what else he's doing when he gets on. You can find him on Twitter at That's Davis. Man, we got to welcome him back. My man's in them. Ken Davis.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, baby. I'm talking about Kenneth. Mr. Kenneth Davis. Mr. Kenneth Davis. Immaculate conception with just the sound of his voice. Yeah. Oh, when Kenneth speaks, you have no choice but to listen. You gotta listen, baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mr. Kenneth Davis. Mr. Kenneth Davis. Ooh, yeah, baby. I think I just got pregnant.
What up, brother?
What's going on, man? How y'all doing on it?
Don't come out here with your costume, boys.
I can't help it, Shawn. It takes me at least about a good 30 to 40 minutes before my voice warms up. What's going on, chat? Man,
dude, it's good to see you. Good to have you back.
Good to see you, my guy. How you doing? How's your mom?
She's all right, bro. She's all right.
Okay.
Man, it's good to have you back, bro. I'm excited. Tomorrow starts up. I'm a little concerned about the secondary, but I'm excited about Tyson Bagent. I'm really you caught the end of what I was talking about before we went to break. That kid has been in structure his whole life, and to get a coach like Ben Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone talks about how Caleb has to learn the offense, but he had to learn it too. Because if Caleb goes down, and he's only one play away, he's got to step in, and Ben Johnson's not going to have any mercy. You know this stuff. You just broke the collegiate record for touchdowns and all this stuff, passing. So you better be able to pick this up. Talk to me about how you think Caleb is going to run this offense tomorrow, up against this Cleveland. He's probably not going to play I don't know if he's going to play the number ones for Cleveland, but there's no Myles Garrett there. That's for damn sure.
That makes me think back to a Justin Fields start that was mismanaged when he was thrown out there and got the living hell almost. Yeah. And the funny part, and it goes back to what you're saying, just think about the ill preparation from back then.
Yeah.
And that's really the big difference between a Nagy and Ben Johnson, and getting to what you're saying about Tyson Bagent, to where we really haven't had a head coach probably since Lovey, and this doesn't inflict on the offense as much, but the prep and the coaching up with development. You know what I'm saying? If you even think about all the different safeties Lovey had and different players Lovey had, and again, my focus is on defense, but there was a coaching up where you could see development. Bears really haven't had a head coach that was really good with development since then. And this is just one season. We have to see. But, I mean, if you know me, I've been a big proponent of Ben Johnson
for years.
Probably for 4 years, where I wanted him to be the Bears head coach. So, yeah, when you think about a Tyson Bagent and the fact that Tyson Bagent is a student, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's definitely a student, and what that can be. And also, this is another thing, too. And I mean this in a positive sense. I believe Tyson Bagent is an opportunist. And the reason why I say that, I think he knows what this opportunity to have Ben Johnson as his head coach is even bigger for his career. I always believed he can be a starter for someone, but now he has a guy that is really a quarterback whisperer and in an offense that, listen, let's also remember this. When you even think about the fact that Declan is gone after 1 year under a head coach that calls plays, we're now in a situation, and this is a funny thing. Remember how people always feared, oh my God, what if we get this offensive coordinator, then he leaves us? Oh, I don't want this. And people didn't want the offensive coordinator because the offensive coordinator may leave, when it's better to have loved and left, or lost rather, than not have loved at all, right? Like, I don't want a bad one.
You're gonna get someone pregnant here. You better stop that talk, Ken.
I'm just saying. But but again, you have to remember, and this is one thing we've always talked about as Chicago sports fans, we're the abused, and the abused have wounds from the abuse to where they're fearful. And we Bears fans used to be fearful of having a desirable offensive coordinator because they were feared they would lose it. Now, the best part about having Ben Johnson is he is the offense, so you won't lose him. Even at some point, because look, at some point, Ben Johnson, it may be 8 years from now, but at some point, Ben Johnson's going to let his offensive coordinator call the plays, because that's going to be more attractive to keep talented offensive coordinators. Just like you've seen Sean Payton giving up the offensive play call in Denver.
Andy Reid.
Yes, exactly. Where and Andy takes it back, and you never know where Andy really is, but that's what I'm saying. But getting back, when you're talking about Tyson Bagent knows that he's been blessed with a better opportunity to be around one of the smarter head coaches on offense in the NFL, and as he should. And this is the time he's supposed to show out. Like I was talking about, so on the Windy City pod with me and Alex, I was talking about, and I couldn't remember his name, and Alex texted me, Roy Robinson Harris, the dude,
Roy Robinson Harris,
right? And I was talking about players that stick out to you in preseason, where you're like, I remember when I saw Roy Robinson Harris, I'd be like, yeah, they need to hold on to that one. He's one of those guys or whatever. And the point being, this is the same time for Tyson Bagent to show the league again, yo, y'all seen me, y'all like me when I had the coach that wasn't even doing the thing like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now I got the man's basically come and get me. And he should. I think next year's draft may hurt a little bit, being that it's stacked with QBs, but somebody's not going to get the QB that they desire. And somebody that has a QB this season, they're expecting that QB to take off. That QB probably isn't going to necessarily do exactly perform to the level that they expect. So yeah, Tyson should go out there and do his thing. I'll be interested. It'd be interesting just to watch it to see again what these coaches are doing, because I believe Ben Johnson has really put together a staff of teachers, and that really isn't something you see on our NFL team, but a lot of NFL teams.
Well, I was saying that his deal runs through 27. So this year and next year. If I were the Bears, and here's what happens. I don't think Tyson wants to leave either. I think he wants to stay because he understands the trajectory. I also think, yeah, he does want to quarterback his own team, but I'm like, if you go, and this is just me talking, maybe it's the ignorant Southsider in me talking, but if you grew up in backwoods of bumfuck West Virginia, what's your lifestyle like? And I don't mean in a bad way. Like, you're a simple person. His dad, he grew up in humble beginnings. His dad runs a CrossFit gym. You got $10 million now. What if the Bears say, we'll give you 2 years for $15 million? All right. Now you got $25 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the biggest expense you're going to have in West Virginia? You know what I'm saying?
But he's been living in Chicago now for a decent amount of. I think Tyson Bagent is a competitor, and I think he wants to have that chance. And also, Shawn, that 15 sounds good. These quarterbacks, man, think about what Caleb is about to get, right? Caleb's about to get 60. If I'm Tyson Bagent, I at least need 30 a year, and I'm talking about a year. Like I got, and look, if I fall on my face, so if you give me a 2-year deal that's 60 and I make 30, I'll take that and I'll go back to backing up. But I got to get that big bread. You know that listen, I'll go back, but I got to jump out. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, failure or not, you have to find out.
Like Vic Fangio took his job, his crack as head coach. He sucked.
And he went back. But guess what? He got more money as a DC because he did that. You know what I'm saying? Now that's not the same DC check that he was getting here, right? When you become a head coach and then you pop out and then you go down south, and then of course the Philly wants you, and Philly's gonna pay you. Philly's paying him top dollar. You know what I'm saying? Like top dollar. So listen, I all that, even with the dad over the top with the pops and the CrossFit, Shorty want to know. He want to show he could do it. And Tyson, listen, a lot of people have things that may not be top peak. He doesn't have the strongest arm, but that's not the same in this NFL, and it's not like he has a pop gun arm. And I'm saying that he's good enough to be someone's starter. He's good enough to be in some competition for a starter at least. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's good enough to do that. And I'm telling you, me personally, yeah, I want that bread, bro.
Yeah, we're city guys, dude. We're city guys, dog.
That's life changing. That's like that. And the flip side is this, though, Shawn. I'm saying it as if he fails. What if he is good or adequate enough?
What if he's average?
And he can be someone, and you can continue to make that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it may bump up to 40. You know what I'm saying? It's a team, dog. Let's also say this too. In all fairness, where we've always desired, and I know people are gonna get a little angry at first when I say this, but it's truth in your soul, is to have what Holmgren had in the Packers.
Right.
Yeah. As far as the quarterbacks that they traded away. You know what I'm saying? All Brooks,
Brunell.
That's what Burnell, Hasselbeck, Lynn,
Ty Detmer.
Yeah,
who was the guy that went to Seattle and lost to Russell Wilson?
Lynn. And this is, look, we've
big
always
ass contract too, and Russell Wilson.
And it was like that rookie, that third round, we're gonna start him, right? And it was right. We've always desired to have someone that can do that here, to where, because the real thing, when you really think about it, yes, we wanted it for draft equity, but it's also depth. You know what I'm saying? Where, it's not, we have to hold on to Tyson Bagent. I can make you another Tyson Bagent. You know what I'm saying? And that, again, we have to see it. And I'm a huge Ben Johnson person. We have to see that. But and also, if we really like Tyson Bagent, we want him to prosper. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never want to be like, I want to keep my little brother in the house all the time. No, you got to let your little brother out. All right? We got to find out who that cat is. He has to squabble up. All right, he's going to have to be out here and show that he can stand on his own. So again, I mean, I think it's probably definitely. Listen, no one wants him re-sign him. I'm leading with that. If there's no desire for him, but if someone wants him, man, I want Tyson Bagent to go and show, hey, man, I was that dude, and I could have had this chance in Chicago. But look, I'm gonna step out and do what I got to do.
Okay. This left tackle position. Give me your thoughts on it. Braxton Jones is hurt. It's going to be Karana Magaji starting. Jedrick Wills is going to start. They said they want to alternate quarters, and I think Jedrick Wills will probably start next week. Alternating quarters. He'll get 2 and 4 this week. Karana Magaji 1 and 3. Then next week it'll be flipped. Your thoughts on a left tackle position, and who do you want to win that job ultimately?
Whoever's the best player, to be honest with you. I'm not as afraid as in the past when it comes to that position because you actually have no, of course, that doesn't need to be said, but no, it's because you actually have an offensive line. Like, I think sometimes the thing that we don't talk about, because we've always been thirsty for a left tackle, was dog. 3 years ago, they didn't have guards. They definitely didn't have a center. Mm-hmm. You had a right tackle that was unproven. Like, the only thing you had was Darnell Wright and potential. And I mean the potential of Darnell Wright, because Darnell Wright wasn't living up to that potential. But the rest of the line was an entire question. Right? Like, it was always like, man, we need left tackles. Like, no, we need guards. We need center. Like, it was all a question. Dog, they have an actual offensive line. So, let alone Joe Thuney playing left guard, it helps whoever is over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing that I don't think we ever really focused on a lot with left tackle was the guard next to him adequate? You know what I'm saying? Because Cody Whitehair and Father Time met each other before we really knew they met each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I mean, it's not a knock on Cody. Cody was good, but then he got old. And he was old playing that guard position, and he wasn't adequate. And I don't want to get to Lucas Patrick and the show. Like, dog, if we talk about all the linemen that came through here that weren't average, all right, now I think, okay, maybe Greg Bradbury, you can say, is average or slightly above, but they got above average linemen across the board where that left tackle is always important, but he's not on an island by himself without talented players around him. Listen, I hope Ozzie Chapillo comes back sometime during this season. We found out, of course, he's ahead of schedule. And I hope that one, because the kid was doing so well last year. You hate to think about his progression being stifled. But I guess if push came to shove, I mean, if they think Braxton has made enough improvement, if you think about the reps that they've given Braxton, I think it speaks to what their expectations are to who's going to be the starter. I haven't seen Braxton really play on a line that's this stout. I mean, I don't know if he's gotten a BBL or not to help the Tookus. The Tookus is listen. I'm a heterosexual male.
He ain't bottom heavy, and that.
But you got if I got a Tookus, and it's always helped me in the streets as far as wrestling or fighting, because it's harder to move me. All right, it is. It's hard to. There's a muscle I can move you.
You're talking to a guy that used to call bubble butt.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And I used to hate. Listen, I used to not like girls talking about my backside, but it's protected me because it's hard to move me because I'm a large male. And I used to always say this. And one of my favorite pictures, BBL Braxy. King Book is wild. I miss that. But this is the thing. I'll say this. My favorite pictures in the MLB are probably Pedro and Randy Johnson. Take away from like Mark Burley, right? Now, I'm not talking about my socks. But I used to always say, man, if Randy Johnson, Randy Johnson and Pedro, if Randy Johnson had a Tookus, oh man, look out, because he was already bad. But that was all back And that's why you see players like that have back injuries. He had nothing, a center of gravity to even help him. That just shows how bad he is, right? That's all back, right?
Yeah, his two legs went into his back.
yes, that's it, Shawn. No, you gotta have that tuchus, bro. You gotta have that tuchus, and that's been part of the reason where Braxton getting bull rushed, because he's not as stout in his lower legs like that. Because if he probably would have been a decent, if not good, left tackle by now. But yeah, I think Braxton's gonna get the first shot, and I think, and also, Shawn, I'll say this: depending on how healthy he'll be, I think you should slow walk Ozzie. Perhaps he doesn't even play
middle
the
of season, next season. Shit.
Yeah, I think you should you got to slow walk that one. You don't want to
big time.
Yeah, you don't want to mess around and he's not an injury. You don't want to hinder his development by rushing him back and perhaps now lower what his ceiling was going to be or whatever. But to know that he's a lot closer is great when you think about it.
Yeah, I don't. I first of all, I was like, why did you even bring that up? Because the player, yes, you're rushed to get back, but when you know damn well that this is an X amount of a month recovery, and you're almost cutting that in half. You're cutting that in half. You're not a wide receiver. You're not a running back. You're not a DB. You're a big ass offensive lineman who needs that knee, who needs that tuchus and a base that we were just talking about. He's gonna have some things going on in his head. Am I ready? I feel ready. Am I ready? I'm not sure. There's a lot. I don't think they should have done that to that kid. I don't think Ryan Poles should have done that. He should have just left it alone. Just not even mention it. And then in the middle of the season, you know what? He's ahead of schedule. Blah 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 blah. But he shouldn't have done that to that kid. And just me personally, I hope Jedrick Wills wins it. I want that dude. That dude is massive. You talk about tuchus. That mother got a tuchus. No Diddy. That mother got a tuchus. And I want him to get back to his first round ways. Yeah. And what he did last year is, some people question it, but I'm like, that's smart. Like, he sat out all last year. He wanted to get healthy. Look, you're an All-America at Alabama. And then you're a top 10 pick. And then you're a pretty good left tackle. You're a decent left tackle with the Browns. Now you put him with that really good above average offensive line. We don't know how well he can be. So that's my personal opinion. I want Jedrick Wills, because Braxton Jones ain't going to have a problem finding a job, bro. He is not going to have a problem, because somebody's going to be, with the way he run blocks and gets out there and moves, a lot of them are going to want him. So he'll have something.
Yeah, but see, I also look at the reps as far as telling me what they see, right? Even when you think about Career Nagamindaji getting more reps than Jedrick at this point, but the fact that Braxton was basically starter, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you the key thing and I want to give props to Dan Rochar on this. I would have thought that Theo Bennett would be a lot higher because of the fact that he was out there last year in this offense. Mm-hmm. But when you look at the reps, I think it's and why I say shout out to Dan Rochar, because I don't think they're as high. Well, they're not as high on Theo Bennett. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were, why? I mean, not to say they wouldn't have re-signed Braxton, but clearly they think Braxton can be a decent player, or they wouldn't have brought him back from last year, and that's after benching him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So Dan Rochar can take a player that he's not as high on and make him suitable. And I'm talking about Theo, right? But you see now, when they got healthy players there, Theo. You didn't even name Theo just now, no. Right?
He's not in the mix. He's a fourth.
So a guy that is not in the mix, they were able to make him suitable last season, which is shout out to Dan Rochar, because Simo wasn't doing that before. With all the Simo hype and all that, you wasn't getting that from Chris Morgan. His development with these guys, where a guy can come out and perform above what his skill set may necessarily say. So that tells me again that Braxton is their guy. Because that's why he's getting on. They're not giving guys reps that they don't see. Now, we still know the competition can go into the season, because we see what happened with Ozzie Chapillo and Theo Bennett last year. But no, I mean, if you look at the reps, they think Braxton Jones is probably pretty decent until Ozzie can get back. Whenever Ozzie get back, I do agree with you on the applying pressure to him. But I'll say this too, that also may speak to how far ahead he is of schedule. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Ryan Poles is saying that if Shorty isn't really close to coming back. Now, this is another thing that when the injury happened, it was funny with me and Alex on our show, and I was like, I don't think he's going to be out as long as people are saying. And Alex was like, nah, this could be an injury where he misses next season. I have been someone who tore up his ACL playing football. I want to know how many tendons did he rupture all of them? Because for me and my knee, they took my tendon to replace my ACL, right? So there's a gap. Like if you ever see my knee, there's a cut mark on my knee, and it's like I'm touching my knee right now. There's a space where I don't have tendons at or whatever, and my knee is fine or whatever. As far as what the tendons are, but I wonder, did he rupture all of his tendons, or did he rupture some of his tendons? And that hasn't been said, because if he ruptured some of them, it could be a lot easier for him necessarily to come back than if he ruptured all of them and his kneecap is just flopping in the wind.
Yeah, it says his patellar tendon is what they tore. I don't remember any other tendons that they tore, but that they said he tore. So we'll see. I just don't want to rush that kid back. You know, I think he can be a good player eventually. But I mean, in my opinion, like he wasn't an end all be all, because one, he's not a left tackle. He's predominantly a right tackle. He's playing left tackle last year, and he did okay. But because Ben schemed against him, you throw a tight end over there to help block. Right. Okay, so that helped. That's why
Did we talk about him? Did we talk about him? I mean, because think about this. We talk about the left tackle here. There was so many times we weren't talking about who was at left where Ozzie was starting last year, where it was like, wait, it got a point where you knew we don't have to look for a left tackle in the draft because of Ozzie Chapillo, right? Like, in all fairness, and again, not saying he's a Pro Bowler, but the kid, well, and also Shawn, guess what he's not going to do? He's not going to take down the right job. So he will be your left tackle down the right. That he has his money, and I don't see them flipping him necessarily. But the kid did a good enough job to where there wasn't worry. And again, speaking to Chicago fans, we always lead with left tackle when the whole line was bad. Now the line is good, and the kid that couldn't play left last year in training camp because it was too much ended up starting and making you forget that he was out there because he wasn't fucking up. Yeah, but I'm with you. They play 12, they play 13. They definitely cover him. You definitely gonna chip. But you would with a rookie anyway, particularly a rookie who didn't get all the reps in camp and wasn't expected to be your left tackle. You better. You know what I'm saying? Like you would be doing a disservice if you didn't put Komet out there and be like, hey, watch Shuddy a little bit, help him out. But also, again, you have a Hall of Famer, the best blocker in the league last year, and Joe Thuney right there next to him. Like, I think sometimes because the line has been abysmal, we don't think about what a great guard can do to help whatever tackle side he's on, and to have that guy next to whoever's out there. But you look at that, and I mean, the kid, we've stopped thinking about. Look, I wasn't thinking about drafting. No, I'll say this. I was thinking about getting a left tackle during last season. Then the kid disappeared, and I mean this in a good fashion. We weren't talking about left tackle because he wasn't getting his ass kicked. And I stopped thinking about, damn, they got to get a left tackle because you had a good, adequate, and we'll see if he can still grow through potential. And that's really my issue and what you're saying about not rushing the kid back. My biggest thing is this kid shows he has a lot of potential, regardless if he's a Bear or not. I hope the injury doesn't ruin the potential that it seems like he could possibly have. And then you think about the fact how the kid, instead of them having to use a timeout, got off the deck and got up out there. Makes you even like the kid even more, referring to Ozzie Chapillo. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think Shorty is good enough at this point if he comes back at some point during the season.
Okay. Obviously, the 500-pound elephant in the room is, or gorilla in the room is Caleb. Your thoughts on your expected growth of him this year? What do you want to see from him? And do you think he's ready to step into superstardom? Because for all the great things he did last year, we literally just made the playoffs. Everyone, is, and I know the potential's there, but he's still unaccomplished. We had one playoff win, which in Bears history is huge. Let's not get it twisted. But in the big scheme of things, he won one playoff game. What step do you want him to take this year for you to be like, oh, that's that mama right there. That's that dude. Or is there anything? Do you really think he's that dude right now?
As the Civil War has ended, and those that were on the side of the North, which is Caleb, have won victoriously. Right. I think even though we are brothers, at some point during this war, we were on different sides of the line. Brothers fought brothers during this battle, unfortunately, during the Civil War. No. He has to play in structure. He has to consistently play in structure. Like the Wonder Man thing has to come out. It can't be what we need consistently because, and I mean this, because the offense price game was disconjointed for the first 3 quarters. Like he has to play in structure. Like if he doesn't learn to play in structure, they only have the potential to win a Super Bowl, to be honest with you. Like, because you can't be the sandlot quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll put it even more like this, and it's a different style of play. And I don't think Caleb is like this, but it's Brett Favre's Green Bay Packers compared to Aaron Rodgers' Green Bay Packers. Now, both of them only won 1 Super Bowl. But the point that I'm pointing out is that Brett Favre waited until like his last 4 years with the Packers to actually learn the playbook, if y'all can remember. Where he was like, man, I wasn't paying attention to that damn. Remember how good Brett Favre was? Brett Favre was what Aaron Rodgers, the crazy part, Brett Favre's last 4 years is basically what Aaron Rodgers' last 5 to 6 years as a Packer, where he was damn near MVP every year, right? Mm-hmm. But Brett Favre actually learned football when he got old because he couldn't do exactly with his legs what he used to be able to do with scrambling. So I'm saying that Caleb has to be much more, and the guy he looked up to a lot was Aaron Rodgers. Has to be much more Aaron Rodgers. You can't live it. You have to be 1, 2, 3 out. All that other shit you can't consistently, and also you're gonna get hurt. I don't think sometimes we realize, and I think we've talked about this on here, the strength in Caleb's legs to be able to come out of being grabbed by hulkish men, right? Two palmed. Like, dog, see, this is the thing too. Now people don't understand like old school shit because I like at work, I'd be mad about stuff. And I'd be like, back in the days, we would have just I would have just beat this person's ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how the good, and if they was wrong, I wouldn't have overbeat them, but they would have just took it because they knew they was wrong. And I'm meaning this because, dog, some of the sacks that Caleb spun out of, you're really not supposed to be able to spin out of that. And it's not like he's Josh Allen. You know, like I could see, that's why they can't bring down Josh Allen.
6'5", 240.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? This guy's 6 feet, basically, 6'1", right? And you have tackles and D ends, both hands on him, and he's breaking free of them. He's a very strong, smaller guy. But getting back to the point, Doc, he has to play in structure. You have to get that ball out. We cannot wait till the fourth quarter to win games consistently. And also, but the thing about it makes you feel good. One, he can do that probably because he has the potential. He's a great arm slinger. He has a great slinger. He's faster than what we thought. He's more elusive than what we thought coming out of college.
A lot faster than we thought.
He is. And again, he's not Justin, but he's closer than what we thought he would. Because I believe last year he had the highest miles per hour.
He did 21 something.
Right. And most people don't talk about that, but we didn't think he was that. Right. And he has he has crazy arm strength, but that's cool and all that. But he has crazy sling on it, and that's different. That's where you get into where there's a difference between Josh Allen and there's a difference between him and Patrick Mahomes. Well, Josh Allen's arm may be slightly stronger than Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen can't sling that rock like Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes can sling that from any angle, any direction, and Caleb has that aspect too. But then again, he has to play in structure. So to answer your question, he has to play in structure. I think definitely he's going to take another step. But also, this is the thing I was about to get to. He has Ben Johnson. Like I again, like I said, 4 years I want the Bears to have Ben Johnson. I think Ben Johnson is the smartest young offensive mind in football.
Agreed.
They got him. I don't think, and I'll tell you this, I don't think they would have gotten him if Caleb wasn't here. I think that definitely was an attraction of, I can go. I think he wanted to come to Chicago because he was in Detroit and he saw, man, if I go with Detroit, it's feeling Dan Campbell like this. Imagine if I do this shit in the city, right? But also, it's like, dude, that kid, I know this dude can't run or do nothing. If I get that kid, I'm gonna do all this with this kid.
Right?
Right? He was like, you nice. But we got to play in the dome. No, I need like that kid. So he has Ben Johnson, and I believe in Ben. I think. Listen, I'll say this. I've told you this on the show. Ben Johnson is the most important thing that the Bears have, and that's me that's me during the Civil War that was fighting for Caleb.
Agreed.
Ben Johnson is the most important thing the Bears have, quarterback or not, because he can find another quarterback and do great things with another quarterback. I think Ben Johnson is extremely special, and in Ben I believe. Let me say that in Ben I believe.
There's some smart guy once said coaching matters, and I think that's huge. If Caleb takes that coaching, and by a lot of camp he has been. If he does that, and I'll go back to the old adage, give me the boring shit. Give me the Tom Brady 7, quick hitch, 10-yard comeback, 5-yard in, 5-yard out, and third down. Oh, we just hit Gronk for 6, first down. Give me that boring shit in the first 3 quarters. We don't need the comebacks because we know you can do that. You showed us. You showed the league time and time, 7 times again. Do that normal stuff. And this will be unbelievable. And this is where he's got to, if he wants to be great, as great as he says he does, then this is what Ben Johnson has been talking to him about. This is what he's going to have to understand. Okay, I got Luther Burden. I got Jade Walker. I got Roma Dunze. I got speedsters.
Colston Love.
Colston Love. I got speedsters. Here, take this crossing route, a 2-yard pass, go up the sideline for 50 and a tutty. Take these small little incremental things. Right. When he becomes maniacal, when he comes like that, methodical. I'm sorry. When he becomes methodical, like a Tom Brady would, and not throw the ball more than 10 yards and still opening drive touchdown, that's when he's going to be unbelievably dangerous, and he's dangerous now.
I agree. No, I totally agree. And I think that's what the plan is. The plan is to consistently apply pressure. Listen, your head coach said that they want to break the record for most points scored in the season. You can't do that with only scoring in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like to what everything that you're just saying about those Patriots, you can't do that.
I want to have the highest scoring offense ever, which happens to be the 2013 Denver Broncos. I know how many points per game they scored, 37.9. And I want to surpass them. I want shutouts. I want blowouts.
I'm going to be honest with you, real talk. I hate that he mentions that Broncos team because I had Peyton Manning in my fantasy league, and dog, I was killing. Then Peyton got hurt, and I lost. Right? Like I was, it was nasty. It was so nasty with Peyton as my starter, right? It was so nasty. Then when he got hurt, my whole season went to kaput, dog. I was, I hate that he brings up that team right there, man. It hurts my heart that he brings up. But yeah, dog, think about it. Has he proven us when he's talking that shit that he's not really about that shit when I'm talking about Ben Johnson? Dog, Ben Johnson put that shit out there. He means that shit, right? Yeah. He's just not saying it like, I'm going to just throw this shit. No, that motherfucker want to do that shit, all right? So if he wants, dog, look at the draft. I'm going to say, do you understand our defensive line needs help? All right. My man,
give me weapons.
Right. My man, listen, that dog, look, Shawn, in all fairness, I've never said this anywhere, and it's funny you just posted that. My man is so. And I'm gonna use something you said, and but you misspoke. He's so maniacal about that he said, "Fuck the defense in the draft." All right, that's how maniacal he is about.
We even need them.
I was like, "Dog, you know what? Give me another tight end in the third." Like, wait, dog. We got 2 starters already. Fuck that, right? You know that kid that was gonna go in the 7th? Because I was just gonna say this when you was naming the species. Let's not forget Raymond and Thomas, right?
Raymond.
Give me that too, right? Give me. Let's like, we need help on the offensive. Dennis Allen. We need more defensive linemen. Fuck that. All right, I'll give you out in the draft with the Africana for you. Take that. That's what you get. Right. That's what you get.
I'll take Lethal Weapon 3.
Right. This dude is diplomatic immunity. Right.
Has just been revoked. Boom.
Oh man.
Speaking of different defense, talk to me about this secondary. Kobe Bryant is out 4 to 6 months.
Out. He's gone this year. Like
that hurt.
Don't rush him back. That's a 2-year deal.
Don't rush him back.
That's a 2-year deal. Now just accept it's a 2-year deal. I'm gonna tell you this, to be honest with you. I thought this year was a wrap for him when it was 8 to 10 weeks, because I was still like, usually the problem, and you saw, look at last year with your best defensive back.
Jalen Johnson.
Jalen wasn't right. Jalen came back. He wasn't right. It's unfortunate. This was your prime free agent acquisition. He's hurt. This year's a wash.
Yep.
It just is. It just is. Because you're in a deal with him that's 3 years. This year's a wash. Just get him primed up. Now, if he's ahead of schedule and you think he's good enough, I'm definitely bringing him back. But don't apply the pressure to him, because you're linked to him and you see how good he can be. We know the different defensive back positions he played while he was a Seattle Seahawks. He's a champion. But you can't. It's bad, Shawn. But I'll say the crazy part, it was bad last year. They're 2 prime DBs. When you're talking about Gordon, Jalen, were out last year, and they led the league in turnovers. Right? Nashawn Wright came out the streets, basically. Kevin Byard had, in the twilight of his career, had one of the best seasons he had as a future Hall of Famer. So you've shown that you can do it with the backups. I think it hurts what you thought you were going to. It hurts versatility. Like, I feel like one thing that I've said on the Windy City pod a lot is you can see what Dennis Allen's thought was behind this year. I don't know if part of it was the expectation of not being able to depend on Kyler Gordon, but it was versatility. When you think about what Dylan Thieneman, Kobe Bryant, you're talking about guys that you can look at that can play in the slot if necessary, and that you can disguise a lot of stuff because they don't have, one of them's not quote unquote a box safety. You know what I'm saying? Where you got 2 guys that can play up and play back and move around and do a lot of things. And then with a healthy Kyler Gordon, oh man, look out. You don't know what we're doing back here, basically. You know what I'm saying? And I think it hurts because you may have to play traditional a little bit more and have maybe Dylan playing deep and the other safety probably paying a little bit of strong. But I think that hurts what Dennis Allen wants to do with just having guys that can play different positions in the defensive backfield. It's messed up. I mean, but injuries happen. That's just how they happen again. They happened last year. They happened last year, right? And they had this year, so we know. But I'll say this too: it's not an excuse for them not to be able to still make it into the playoffs because Kobe Bryant is out for the year. Your best defensive guy was out last year.
When was the last time you said we won a Super Bowl because of our safety?
That part. All right. That part.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, he could be a big part of it, but you don't win because of a safety.
Right.
So the one thing that Ben says, and people think it's coach speak and it's cliche, but next man up, it's an opportunity. It presents an opportunity. Nashawn Wright took the opportunity last year when it presented himself.
Ran with it. And
then to a big, not a big contract, it's only 1 year, but nonetheless, he got a heck of a lot more money than he was getting paid here. So there's an opportunity for here, and you got to find them dogs who you want. Who's going to be that dog who steps up and said, "This is mine," and takes it and runs with it.
Also, this too. You got your right now, health wise. You got your corner starters outside of your. If we're playing a 4-3, we're not playing a nickel. You got your corner starters back. You didn't have Tyreek and Jalen last year, so a lot of that was on Nashawn and Kevin Byard. But so starting off right now, your edge guys are healthy, right? So that should take some of the pressure off of your backside guys. But yeah, I mean, it's everything you said, dog. You got to get out there. You got to do it. It's unfortunate. We hope Kobe Bryant comes back and is the player that they expect him to have. And I will say this: I said this on our show too. You got Al Harris. I see Buka just said that. You got Al Harris showed us. Al Harris is the reason Nashawn Wright was here. Yeah. All right, so like you here, right? So you got like, and that's I'll go back to the beginning of this conversation that we've had right here. Their coaches can coach up. They're positional coaches. They weren't guys that were teaching guys. Like, and it's not a knock. I don't know how many teams actually have guys like that, but it seems that Ben Johnson has guys that aren't, okay, this is the level you play, I'm gonna keep you here. This is the level you play, let's try to get you up here. You see it with Dan Roshar. You see it with Al Harris. These guys are making guys play above initially what they are when they get their hands on them. And I think that's one of the a great point about Ben Johnson. And
we saw that with Eric Sleep with Bieniemy last year. He demands the most. I mean, and I know Calvin Hunt guys are stuff, but how much coaching is that? You know, remember, I don't know if you recall, oftentimes, you know, he would mention something Eric would say, he'd be like, I need, you know, basically give me 3. Like, you need 3 yards. Minimum 3 yards every carry. You know, and that was his mindset. And I love what he did.
You know why? That's a 3rd and short.
Yeah.
Like if you give me and it's 3rd and 4, I can make something happen with 3rd and 4 compared to this 3rd and 8. And it's like
3rd and 6, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12.
It's a cloud, as you would know, SuperBack. It's called a cloud of dust.
Yeah.
All right. Like it's good. And that again, and I'm always gonna get back to Ben Johnson, was why Ben Johnson was always sexy for me. And you know me, Shawn, while I'm a Kyle Shanahan guy, because guys that make running, like guys that are offensive wizards, but running is the feature. Because the problem with most head coaches and offensive coordinators, I want to show you I'm a wizard through the air. And listen, both of them did. Ben Johnson is a wizard through the air, but we're not going to feature that. I'm going to feature whooping your ass with this run game.
Yeah.
And we're going to play
body blow.
Yes, exactly. I'm going to work your damn body before I knock your ass out in the 4th. But I'm gonna work on you. And that is real football. Now, Shawn, you and I, when we first started doing this together here, that was all we talked about, right? Mm-hmm. Was running the ball, body blows, running the ball, making the run game connected to the offensive pass game. Because even when Justin Fields' ability to manipulate the defense with his run allowed the Bears to be a great running team, because you couldn't feature on the running back because you didn't know if the quarterback was taking off. So the Bears became the best running team in the NFL. They didn't connect it with the damn passing game. They didn't. The Bears haven't connected the run and the passing game since probably Cutler.
2013 with Cutler.
Since Cutler. It's never. And again, listen to what I'm saying to y'all. I'm not saying they haven't been good running teams in that era, but they didn't make them work together. They didn't. They did, and that's the thing that Ben Johnson can. You connect. You need that. Football hasn't changed. The rules have changed in a way, but how to win hasn't really changed. All right, you have to run that rock to take time off the clock, particularly if you're playing against a good opposing offense. I don't want them motherfuckers on the field any damn way. All right.
I hear you, man. I agree, and it's just I'm happy where we're at. I'm really excited to see where we're going. All right, because the thing that we talked about, if Caleb decides to take those short routes, becomes methodical, dude, I almost feel bad for the rest of the NFL. Almost. Because how many times did we see Favre do it? How many times did we see Roger do it? How many times did we see Joe Montana do it? How many times did we see Tom Brady do it? And just boop, 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 handoff, boop, boop, handoff. And then if they needed to be, then they become Superman in the fourth quarter. Oftentimes, they didn't need to be. How many times we were watching the Bears game, we in the bottom of the screen, Patriot up 35-10. Like, damn, second quarter.
Right.
What happened? You know what I mean? And that's where you got to get to.
I'm gonna throw a guy out there with you that you didn't mention, and Steve Young. Let's go back to the 95. Let's go back to the 95 49ers.
Niners.
That shit, they didn't even play in the fourth quarter, damn near. Right? That's how, and really, I want to say they didn't play in the second half. That's how crazy they were on people's, you know what, Deion coming over there, Merton Hanks showing out or whatever. You know, you had Floyd Waters. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you had the GOAT at wide receiver. You had the most proficient you had this super athletic quarterback who was also crazy proficient.
Unbelievably cerebral. He was unbelievably cerebral.
Crazy. Yeah. Like, and that's what we're like, because that's really who he should be. And all okay. So let me also say this before we get out of here. We don't talk about him enough. Oh, and you just mentioned Joe Montana, and now you're gonna come at me for this. I love Joe Montana. I think a lot of us Chicago Bear fans, and shout out to Jason on here from past discussion we used to have, because you had your little side boo when we would be on here with talking about, and times we'd be out with him and mine or whatever. My side boo as a kid was the 49ers. All right, like that was my side boo team. I love me some 49ers.
Yeah.
But you grow up and Joe Montana's a guy. But in all fairness, my 49ers quarterback is Steve Young. Right. I wasn't. Joe Montana got hurt when I really got into football, where it was what I was obsessed with. I had Madden. I got Madden. Let me tell you this. When I blew my knee out is the first time I went and bought Madden because I couldn't play football. Right.
So you need to get that fixed. Like,
I was like, yeah. Dad, take me to Toys R Us. I gotta go get Madden because I can't play. All right. I was like, I need something, right? I need something, right? So Joe Montana's and I'm in high school at that point, right? So I mean, Steve Young is like my guy, and also for me, Steve Young. So Randall Cunningham, we loved Randall Cunningham as kids in this era or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But Steve Young was the guy to make it work, right? Like Steve Young was the mobile quarterback who actually became a pocket passer, also, right? So, you know, from the era of what Fran Tarkenton could do, all these mobile guys that could do it, into Randall Cunningham. But Steve Young was the one that was like, all right, I'm going to take this shit. I'm athletic. All right. I'm also Brigham Young's great-great-grandson. But all right. But I'm going to show y'all I could be athletic, but also, and then I'll end with this. When he was always a big proponent of mobile quarterbacks, and they're usually black. He was always, because that's his lane, a guy that was always big on wanting those guys to play better as an announcer and stuff like that. So Steve Young is my guy. If Caleb can be like that, we cooking with grease, baby.
I think you might be right. That might be the best way to, because of Caleb's mobility. I didn't think he was as mobile as he was. I knew he was athletic and can run, but man, when you have the highest in miles per hour last year from quarterbacks, it might have been the NFL, but I think it might.
I think it was in the NFL. I think it was in the league. Listen, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and so we're talking about running backs. We're talking about
wide receivers,
right?
Returners,
right? So we're like, and that we know what we did not know he was that kind of fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, kid, we got something here. But yeah, if he could be that, I'm not as worried, man. I think you got the court, you got the coach. Like, that's where, if he did, I'll say this, I would have a lot more fear on Caleb reaching his ceiling if he didn't have Ben Johnson. Like, that's just it. I would, man. I would have a lot more fear, but man, and Ben Johnson, I trust, bro.
Yeah. No, it was among quarterbacks. It said in 2025, fastest ball carrier, 22, Jonathan Taylor, 22.38 miles per hour. Jahmyr Gibbs, 22.34 miles an hour. Jahmyr Gibbs, 22.23 miles an hour.
What was Caleb's?
I'm looking. It doesn't have. They gave me the top 5.
Okay.
They just gave me the top. I thought Caleb was 21 something. It was pretty.
He was over 20. It was over 20. It was over 20. Yeah. Now, that's fine. Look, if you're telling me that he's behind Jahmyr Gibbs, that's fine.
Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
the
can make. Yeah,
quarterback? As a quarterback? Okay.
that could work. That could work.
Straight.
That could work. That could work.
Hey,
I'm not that
Ken,
word.
great stuff, man. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Do me a huge favor before you go. Let everybody know where they can find you and your work online.
Check me out with Alex Shapiro on the Windy City Pod, presented by Fansided. We probably got an episode coming out this weekend. We dropped one this week. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I hope all of y'all are being safe and enjoying your time before this football season starts. Definitely, I'll be back, Shawn, and tell your mama, say what's up.
Bet. Man, we didn't get out to a Sox game, man, this year, dude. Damn.
We still got time. We'll do it. We'll do it.
We got to hit a Tuesday, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was just about to say that. Let's talk about getting a Tuesday in. We got all of September. Also, baby, the playoffs are around here too. Let's not even get it twisted.
Hey,
right?
But you know what? I don't trust Reinsdorf because you know what? He might say, "Oh, $5 Tuesdays is off in the playoffs." Like you, son of a bitch.
You know, I'm with you. I wouldn't trust him either. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even. We just was talking about enjoyable stuff. And the Sox are good, but let's not talk about something that will get us angry because that gentleman will get me angry, and I don't even want to end my weekend start my weekend like that.
Hey, but and I'm gonna keep texting you, and that's a White Sox winner.
Oh yeah. Oh,
great stuff, man.
Definitely, I wish they was on regular TV. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to you, Shawn. I'll holler at you, my guy.
All right, man. Bet, guys. That's Kenneth Davis, my man. That's my man's in now. Kenneth Davis, great to talk to him. Great insight. Wow, good stuff. Whew. Man, that's good stuff. Bulls for Life 23. Thanks for checking in. I don't know if I remember. Is this your first time checking in, or don't tell me you're Jay Grizz and just change your name? But thanks for tuning in, boss. We appreciate it, man. We appreciate it. Really do. Spread the word. Don't forget today, 12:15, Second City Sports with Lakina McGee and Sydney Brown. They're going to take you on another 2-hour tour of Chicago sports. And let's get it crack-a-lacking. Stop wasting your time. Don't forget, get your swag, Sports Zone Chicago swag. Get your Sports Zone Chicago hat, T-shirts, hoodies, quarter zips. Get your Bears Victory Monday shirts. Get your FGB T-shirts. Get your Cigar Fanatic shirts. Get your Coaching Matters shirts. Don't forget, get your Good, Better, Best T-shirts. Your Good, Better, Best hoodies. All right? SportsZoneChicago.com. Get all your stuff there. Get it ready for the season. Don't wait for the season. Get it now. Get it now in the preseason. Get it now in the preseason, man. Oh, Bulls for Life. Like, no, Jose Sanchez from Puerto Rico. Oh! Oh, man. Great stuff. Puerto Rico. Oh! King Book of World got it. Bear down, baby. And I'm telling you, watch Tyson Bagent. I want to see him dissect this Cleveland Browns defense like a scalding knife through butter. Not even a hot knife. I want a knife scalding. But all right, hey, listen, 2 hours, almost 2 hours has come and gone. I definitely got to thank my guy, Ken Davis, for joining us. I want to thank you guys. This chat was lit today. Patty Laris joining us, like FGB, Bear Down, Claws Up. Again, happy birthday to my guy, Tito, Armando Emeterio Lara the Fourth. Happy birthday, mijo. Got to stop by and see you soon. Great stuff. Thanks to all the guys, all you people who come on and support me every single show. I appreciate and truly love your support. All right. And it's gonna be, hey, listen, have a great weekend. It's gonna be a great one. All right. You're on the wake up list today. It's a great day. All right. Let's continue to make memories because a lot of people have a lot more days behind us than we do in front of us. And if you've gotten to age 40 and 50, all right, be grateful. Because we all know people who didn't make it this far. All right, so let's get out there, enjoy our sports, enjoy our families, enjoy our friends, and continue to make memories, man. And this weekend I'm gonna do the same. King Book World, I already hear the jest for the Air and Water Show. Air and Water Show this weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Maybe they get some practice in. They couldn't do it yesterday because of the clouds, but yeah. So all in all, thank you for tuning in. I will see you on Monday, talking about a big Bears victory, and I have to wear my Bears Victory Monday t-shirt. All right, baby. So, hey, I will see you. Have a great weekend. Let your loved ones know you love them because tomorrow is promised to no one. All right? So, from everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Have a phenomenal weekend, but your boy is out.
Come on, raise the bass.